This is Jovi and Sonora with Philosophical Squirrels. You're welcome for the Snapping Twig ASMR this entire episode.
Okay.
Welcome to Philosophical Squirrels. Episode 2, probably.
Yeah, and today we have a special guest.
Introduce yourself. What's your name, Tim?
My name is Nerbert. You can call me Tim, though. And, I hold up a camera sometimes.
Yeah, he's our camera guy.
Our former camera guy.
But then we remembered that this is a podcast. Why do we need a camera?
We don't.
Yeah, we really don't. Anyways, so
We're all tired. We've been walking a bike path all day. So
yeah, we are
just
very
gonna-
tired. So if I say boobs in this episode, don't be surprised.
You just did.
That's the point.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways.
Idea number 1 out of...
Wait!
Okay, introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm Jovi.
Oh my gosh, and I'm Sonora.
We're your regular co-hosts. But we
Yeah.
are not regular.
No, we're not. And then, for our motto, we shall begin with humanity.
Earth.
Questions.
The letter Q.
French fries.
Your mom.
mother. How dare you. Okay.
Should we?
all
I
right.
kind of want to start it over now.
What? No.
Well, firstly,
Pick an idea out of the
Firstly,
hat.
now all this is in the podcast.
Yes. Pick out an idea.
Right? Alright.
We have flirting the... Oh, wow. He didn't even, ruffle it around first this month. He just dug
Want
his
me
hand
to
in there and
Okay,
grabbed
fine.
one.
Fine, I'll ruffle it.
Okay,
What's
we
a
have our
tiny
first
one?
topic.
Frogs or dragons?
Frogs or dragons? Under what circumstance?
I have no idea how to answer
Just what's
that.
your favorite in general?
I mean,
Dragons.
I'm a HTTYD kid.
H-D-D-Y-D-A.
If those of you who are out there can't spell like me, that is How to Train Your Dragon. So I would have to say dragons. However, frogs are adorable and they make really cute noises. So I'm not objected to frogs. Shut up, Sonora. Don't be a froggy.
That was a cute. That was a cute noise under your definition.
Well. No. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I'm not against frogs, but
But if I had to
choose, it's kind of obvious.
All right,
See,
hold on.
but frogs.
Let's debate out the pros and cons.
Yeah.
Let's debate
Frogs. Okay. They're amphibious. They're a symbol of gaydom everywhere.
If you have a frog on your wall, you're fruity.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Do I need a frog on my wall then?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably need a frog on your wall,
Okay.
Sonora.
I need a frog on my wall.
I need a frog on my wall.
You're not fruity.
She's
No,
close enough.
I'm close enough.
She's a theater kid.
I'm a theater kid. I am essentially, I act fruity. My friend Jacob had an identity crisis when he found out I wasn't a lesbian.
How does that? What? That makes no sense.
He was just so shocked. He's like, no, you had a girlfriend. I'm like, no, I didn't. He's like, no.
I'm sorry to inform you, but that is not the case. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Frogs are really cute as tadpoles.
They are. Tadpoles are adorable, and I loved trying to catch them whenever we went down to the river. Anybody else do that growing up?
Yeah.
I
of
caught
course.
them at the park, but not at the river.
Where do you find tadpoles at the park?
The sewer drain.
You were the kid playing in the sewer drain?
I would just find them.
Where else are you going to find a frog?
Water, not
Yeah.
sewers.
But there's water in there.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Moving on.
Okay.
Dragons. Their wings.
They
have
fly.
them. Yeah,
They can
They
fly.
shoot fire out of their own mouths.
And nobody here can tell me that they have not wanted to hug a gronkle at some point in their life.
For the folks at home, a gronkle is a dragon.
It is
Yes,
a
it
big
is a
pudgy
big,
rock
pudgy,
dragon,
yeah.
and it looks like a bulldog. Like, you just
It's
want to
just-
snuggle
it's-
the crap out of that
it's-
thing. It's adorable.
And then just okay. Honestly though, it'd be like a deadly natter. Those things are so useful.
I know, and they're
adorable.
so
And
pretty.
oh my god.
Their
they're
colors.
gorgeous. And then like they're so useful. Okay, so they can not only like they're like dogs.
Yeah.
Their attitude
They're
is
almost like
dogs.
parrots, though.
They're also like parrots. That is a
Parrot
very true.
dogs.
What's parrot dog?
Pierogies.
Oh my gosh.
Pierogies.
Pierogi. But like there's this one thing where Astrid and like Stormfly couldn't like get to her, so she just like kind of like wedged her tail in between like the rocks and like engaged the tail so the spikes stick out, and Astrid just like climbed up the spikes. Like it's a literal ladder.
It's like, essentially, it's your own walking hairbrush. But,
Also that.
But spiky and retractable. Like Toothless's teeth.
Honestly though,
Okay, the one dragon I think I have beef with is the Monstrous Nightmare. It's just so basic. Like that's just it's like,
it is.
It's the basic dragon, and they make it like one of the main dragons of the whole series. Like that's the one that everybody wants to kill. That's the one that like has multiple riders. Like that's one of the most common dragons that you see in the movies. It's
That's why it's basic.
exactly. I just
Yeah, girl, basic.
it just I don't know. That one bugs me. I don't know why.
Oh, what's the one where it's the glow algae, the
Crap! What's that one? That's not a thunder drum. Those are
No, those are the
Those are water dragons,
The
but-
that dragon, yeah.
what are the algae dragons?
It's the night terror. No,
My
It's-
terror.
I don't remember what it's called, but that one is awesome. I think thunder drums are probably my favorite dragon species, though. They look like clamshells, but they scream. They're screaming
they're
clamshells.
Screaming clamshells. I mean, that is a very valid
I never
want.
really watched How to Train Your Dragon. I've been meaning to.
Um,
But I've been meaning to. Chill.
you haven't even seen the first movie?
Well, I've like seen the movies individually a long time ago, but I've never like actually watched them all together.
Wow. Okay.
Oh
So
my gosh.
we're watching that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have time today. Oh wait, actually, it's a 4-day weekend.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well we
So-
can
I
discuss
don't
that
have
later.
a 4-day
Okay. Yeah.
weekend.
Well,
So
Jovi does.
frogs are cool, but they can't fly or have spiky tails.
Well, it
or
depends on the frog.
flying frogs. Please
mean-
tell me this exists.
Well, I mean,
I'm
dragons
looking it
don't.
up.
Dragons don't exist, but we're talking about them.
True. Well, there's like standards set for dragons, but nobody makes like mythological frogs. That's the episode. That's the name of this podcast.
We're going to talk about mythological frogs.
Well,
Okay.
that's the title of the episode.
We're going
Mythological
to
frogs.
mythological frogs. Okay.
Hey, Geneva, what are some examples of mythological frogs?
Are there frogs
Are
that
there frogs?
can fly?
Come on, Geneva.
Wallace's flying frog.
What?
So this is an actual thing. Geneva, you found
Wallace's flying frog. Amphibians is an army, size 4 inches, size relative to a teacup.
Oh.
Huh.
But how do they fly?
I'm trying to look
Wings
that. I have to
actually,
sign up for a stupid thing.
Not everyone
5.
flies with wings.
Okay, there
Well,
you go.
then how do bees fly?
That's one specific species that has wings. There are other species that fly without wings.
Birds.
Okay.
Flying squirrels.
Oh, their
Parachute.
population is decreasing. Okay, they're also known as parachute frogs.
What if they used parachute?
Their skin.
When threatened or in search of prey, they will leap from branch and splay their 4 webbed feet. The membranes between their toes and loose skin flaps on their sides catch the air as they fall, helping them glide, sometimes 50 feet or more.
Well, you learn something new every day.
They're like
especially
flying
when you listen to
squirrels.
Okay, so
podcasts.
then we can add that to like the pros of both like frogs and dragons can fly.
They can both fly.
They can both fly. Can frogs breathe fire?
Yes, Geneva.
So, in ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, in their, mythology, frogs symbolize fertility.
I thought that was
Frogs can make
hippos.
babies. Got it.
So frogs symbolize fertility.
Babies.
Babies.
Babies are cute.
Babies
the
are
fact
cute.
that frogs symbolize babies and yet also gay is a little bit.
Gay babies.
Okay.
It's a little bit ironic.
That could also be a title of this episode.
So,
No, I don't
but
think Julie would
Mythological
listen.
frogs and
Greeks
gay
and the
babies.
Romans also thought they symbolized harmony and fertility
I knew that.
and licentiousness.
What the
What?
heck?
What kind of?
Geneva, Google that word.
A throwing off of sexual restraint.
Abstinence and babies.
I don't think those two goes together.
Well, that's what they're saying. Like, they represent babies. They represent
Frogs
fertility.
mean everything
and
and
not
nothing.
a
We can go back to the
a lack of restraint.
Okay,
Oh.
So it's not.
Never mind then.
So what are the
Maybe that's why frogs
what are the
gay.
what are the cons of frogs? And
What are the
dragons?
cons?
Okay, cons of frogs. They're slimy.
Dragons, they eat you.
Dragons eat you.
No, they don't.
Dragons'
What are you
Talking
size.
about? It depends on the dragon. We're not
If
specifically
you
talking
don't
about how
have a
to train
trained
dragons.
dragon, then they will eat you. There was literally an
Yeah,
episode
what are
where
you
they
talking
almost
about?
died because of dragons on the Dragon Island.
What do you?
Which Dragon Island, Mags? I know
Oh,
exactly
by
what
the
show
way,
you're
by the
talking
way,
Dragon
by the
Island
way,
where they were
this
really
is
shiny
Mags.
and
She's
pearl.
sitting here too.
Yeah, this is
Like
Mags. She's not
opalescent.
good at being quiet, but we love her.
She's not good at being quiet, but we love her.
Yeah. She's essentially the new
I'm
Timothy.
sorry, but I have a. What is the music? I have an opinion on this matter.
So wait a second. So what do dragons symbolize? Danger?
Yeah, I guess so.
My middle name is Danger.
In
Chaos, destruction, death.
Okay, so negative on dragons, but
Well, a
a
lot of,
positive
like-
connotation for frogs.
a lot of like Eastern cultures, what do they symbolize in those cultures? Because it's very different.
Like a lot of water dragons, and water was like.
In Christian traditions, they symbolize supernatural power, wisdom, strength, and hidden knowledge.
Christian mythology, they symbolize like actual demons in Christian mythology. I thought.
Demons
There's
can be
some
cool.
weird aspects of Christian mythology that wasn't actually very Christian.
Yeah.
Kind of just there. 'cause
Okay,
it
well
was
this is okay.
kind
And
of
then
This is not the
in,
episode to get
like,
into Christianity. We are talking about a serious topic about frogs
and dragons.
and dragons. Christianity. We're not talking about Christianity today.
Maybe,
That's a
maybe
magazine, not a podcast.
Yeah.
in Christianity today.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's what. Okay, so a con to dragons is
Negative connotation.
negative connotation.
But frogs have positive connotation.
Wow.
Also,
Okay.
in a fight, a dragon would probably win.
Honestly, though, yeah.
Would it be able to aim well enough to completely toast the toad, though?
But like, it just
Toasty
just,
toad.
But just like
That sounds like
squish.
Yeah, you could just
Like
step
a-
on
They
it,
just
eat
squish.
it, breathe fire on it. What would a frog do? Croak at it?
Frogs. What about poisonous frogs,
would
though? If
fly
the dragon
away.
ate a poisonous frog,
Oh, then it would just be a stalemate.
it would be a dead dragon and a dead frog.
Yeah.
And the dragon's honestly more likely to eat the frog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then that would mean. So essentially, they could tie each other in a fight.
They would just both kill each other.
They
Yeah.
would just both kill each other. So, can we actually choose what is better, frogs or dragons?
What happens
No.
if you mix the two?
Oh.
Frogagons?
Frogagons. Frag.
Dragon? Fragons?
Frogagons. Maybe that should be
Frogagons.
the
I like
episode.
Frogagons.
Frogagons for the episode name?
Frogagons,
Why do we
yes.
keep renaming this episode?
I don't know. We'll
ADHD.
edit.
I said ADHD. With
Oh.
a cool accent.
ADHD. Honestly, you cannot tell me Hiccup was something like ADD or ADHD.
Oh, definitely. No, I am convinced that me and Hiccup would be married right now.
Oh my gosh, you got well, actually no, yeah.
Either that or we'd be twin siblings. That's really
Yeah.
weird to think about, but it's true.
Who names their child Hiccup?
Cody.
Vikings.
Yeah, I suppose so, but like Hiccup?
Vulgarity was prioritized.
You do know that like the rest of their names are like Meatlug,
Yeah, I saw
And
I saw-
Snotlout.
Snotlout,
Yeah, I saw...
Rough Nut, and Tough Nut. Okay, we all love Rough Nut and Tough Nut.
I saw this thing once.
Why?
Oh,
Thank you.
I thought that was like a rolled up like Subway sandwich wrapper for a second.
No, that is.
No, I know what it is.
Why did I need this?
The computer just handed Sonora
A
a certain female hygiene product.
yeah.
Okay, moving on because I want to be able to label this podcast as kid friendly.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So I think we need a new topic because we really can't choose between frogs and dragons, can
Well,
we?
we really can't.
I had more to say on the Vikings.
Oh,
I saw
Vikings.
this thing once that said that Vikings, it was like talking about Viking like culture and stuff, and it was like, they appreciated more than more. They also appreciated alcohol and family life, which is booze and sex is what that means. So they didn't prove their point very well there.
Family friendly, Timothy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, darn
Went
it.
there.
Yeah,
We
we're already
went
past
there.
that. That's okay.
We already went there.
You already said boobs at like the beginning of the episode.
Oh, I did. Anyways,
Boobs, sex, and alcohol.
Yay!
Fun.
In Chinese mythology, dragons represent good fortune, prosperity, and money.
Yeah.
Oh,
And good luck.
Also,
So then we
also
have
crops growing because there were like a lot of water dragons and earth dragons.
fun fact.
and
In ancient
mostly
China,
that.
only the emperor could be associated with the dragon.
Yeah.
So actually, there's a lot of really fun myths about when other like lords would associate themselves with the dragon. And there's this one particularly about that one artist who drew things, and when he added that dot to the eyes, they came to life.
oh,
And
I do.
he was ordered to draw a dragon for this lord, and he finished it and was like shaking his head, and his protege noticed that he didn't put the dots in the eyes, so he put the dots in the eyes, and then the dragon came to life and destroyed the whole place.
Fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the lesson there, do you think?
Don't take the
Don't.
emperor's special symbol,
Or don't like use
or don't use magic ink when you don't know how to use it.
or don't use stuff
Don't
for
be
your
squids.
own gain. Don't be a turd.
Don't be
nugget.
squids.
Don't be squids.
Don't be squids, guys.
Don't be squids.
Don't be squids.
Squids are mean.
Are they though?
Kind of.
Octopuses are nice, but squids are mean.
Oh, that is understandable.
Octopi are nice. Whoopsies. Okay, so does that mean that dragons win?
I think so.
Okay,
They symbolize better things than a frog.
they do.
Well, it
However,
depends. Do you want-
in modern
Frogs are
culture
gay.
today, frogs are a much bigger emblem.
That's true.
It's so sad.
What's sad?
I'm sorry. My word.
Alright, I think we can move on to a new topic now.
New topic.
We settled on it's a tie.
It's a tie.
It is a tie.
It's really weird to think about the fact that a frog could beat a dragon in a fight, but it is possible. So we cannot
If
say
it
that
is a
one would
poisonous
definitely
frog.
build the other.
What?
Oh, I didn't want to talk about that one.
Okay. I don't think.
Okay, so we have, this is kind of random to have on the same piece of paper. However, we have shapeshifting and is water wet?
Oh boy.
Oh,
All right. Oh, all right. GPS.
Are we starting out with is water wet? Because I have scientific knowledge about this.
Oh, okay. Actually, yes.
So-
We'll start
Actually,
out with
I do too,
Humans
actually.
themselves do not have wet receptors. Lots of animals do have wet receptors. Like they have that sense that is throughout their skin that they know when something is wet. But humans do not have wet receptors. So they feel coldness and associate it with water or a different temperature and assume that it's water. So have you ever like walked on like bare feet through like a puddle or like very like dampness on the ground and you just like feel as though your foot is cold, or you assume that there's water if there's not water just because something's cold?
Oh.
You ever experienced that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the science part of it like that, but then there's also the side of it where they talk about
I think that answers
Yeah,
the
no.
question though.
but they also talk about like the feeling of being wet is not like the feeling of being wet is the feeling of moisture on skin. So the water itself isn't wet. It
Yeah,
only
but if you like splash water on like a tree or something, the tree.
No,
is
yeah, I
wet.
don't know how that works, but like the feeling of wet, the water itself isn't wet. It just causes other things to be wet.
Yeah.
But what if you have water in contact with water? You're never gonna have a single molecule of water because it's in contact with the water.
But they're still separate.
But it's
they're
not
just
it's
in a
not
clump.
it's not separately coating another
it's
object.
It's just in surface tension.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a droplet of water, it's just surface tension encasing other molecules of water. So, no.
All of a sudden we have 2 extra guest stars and I don't hate it.
No, I mean it's fine.
It's great.
Hi, I exist.
So let's add them in. We have Geneva. Would you like to talk a little bit about yourself?
I'm just Google.
No, you're more than Google, Geneva.
You're so
You're like an
partner.
Alexa, but you work better.
Yeah.
Shout out to our friend Eliza. Okay, Geneva.
I have nothing else to add.
Okay.
Max, tell us
Max, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I exist. I'm Sonora's friend. I come over on Sundays.
Talk louder, hon.
I exist!
Good job.
Max does indeed exist.
I'm
Languaging
friends
is hard.
to most of these people.
Are you saying that there's somebody here you're not friends with?
No, it's just I don't really know
Like,
Geneva all that well because I like just met them.
Acquaintance is.
Yeah, more
Acquaintance.
acquaintance than full-fledged friend because I don't really know you that well.
Okay, so the second thing on the thing was shapeshifting.
Yes, shapeshifting.
Cool.
I feel
So-
like
If
Am
you
I?
could shapeshift into like an animal, which animal would you choose and why?
So
Why does it have to be
essentially,
an
our
animal? It could be a
anima guy.
fantasy race or something like that.
All right, sure. Shapeshift into anything. What would it be and why?
A pigeon.
You are a pigeon anyway.
No, but like pigeons are everywhere and they can go anywhere without being suspicious. It's literally Spies in Disguise, the movie.
oh my god,
Exclusive.
yes.
We all know we love that movie.
What
I haven't seen it.
do you mean you haven't seen it?
Okay, so,
I'm sorry. I
so today
saw it
we are
and then my
watching,
parents.
we are watching How to Train Your Dragon and Spies in Disguise.
Yep.
Apparently, yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Because I saw the trailer and I was like, Mom, I want to go see this. And I quote, "No, that looks stupid."
But it's
was
Will
good.
Smith
It's
and
so
it's so funny.
It's
I feel
good.
so bad for Will Smith.
It's good.
What?
He
He's
hit like
so
one
much
guy. And
You
Defending
no,
his wife.
You punch
and he
one
gets-
guy defending your wife, and all of a sudden the world hates you. Oh
Bro, I
wait, it's
punched
because
more
it was
guys
Chris
than
Rock.
that.
if he had punched,
No, if he had punched Danny DeVito, I would have slapped him. You can't punch DeVito.
You can't. You can't.
but if he had like,
If it had been Taylor Swift, I would have been okay with it.
actually, if he had been seen punching like a civilian or like anybody, he would have been like canceled like he was. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact that it's just
He was also defending his wife. It's not. That's not the
he
appropriate
had
reaction to
laughed at
that
the
sort of
joke.
thing. But like you can understand it.
I
He had
just
laughed at
I just
the
don't think
joke,
his
And then his wife looked mad, and then he kind of
yeah.
did
I just think
respond.
his career shouldn't have been ended because of that.
Yeah,
definitely
it should
not.
have been. It's a little bit dumb that he laughed at it and then got mad at it because his wife didn't like it. But like, he shouldn't have suffered that major of consequences.
I mean, yeah.
I love Chris Rock's reaction to that though.
yeah.
He just kind of took it like, "Wow, I just got punched by Will Smith."
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think his exact words were, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
Family friendly.
You're
too.
gonna.
moved away
We
from that a
already
long
moved
time.
past it.
Wow. All right. Well, next time you gotta censor yourself. Actually, I might even be able to censor this once
Yeah.
I edit it. That'd
yeah,
be really funny.
no, we're gonna have to censor Timothy.
I'll just put a little whack
Ow.
there. Oh my gosh, I could literally just go whack.
Wah,
I can make a whack
wah,
whack.
Guys, watch your language.
Oh, my bad.
wah.
Okay.
Wah, 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 wah,
So,
wah, 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 wah,
Shapeshifting.
wah,
Laura.
So I said pigeon and then we derailed. So what else would you guys shapeshift as?
I have a couple fantasy races
That's
that I
scientifically
created, and I think they're cool, so I want to do that.
Awesome.
Nice.
Sorry, what did I just say?
I'd go as maybe like
Um,
a whale, maybe.
Oh,
What? So you could only essentially shapeshift when you're like near the ocean.
Oh,
could-
I thought
you
it was
could,
just
like-
be anything. Okay. Yeah. in
Like
that
you could
case,
shapeshift back and forth.
Might shapeshift into like. You know Ghost Rider?
A little bit.
I do know Ghost Rider.
You know what he looks like?
No.
Kind of.
Okay. Imagine like a guy on a motorcycle with like a skull for a head,
Oh, that's cool.
And
Like
his
Rip Van
skull-
Winkle, but
and the skull is on fire.
Oh, okay.
cool.
Yeah. I know
That's
that.
not
might
grounds for
shapeshift into
explosion.
I might shapeshift into like Ghost Rider.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but that one scene where it's like, guys, what are we doing? That's so stupid. We might, like, to quote Hermione, we might die, or worse, get expelled.
Before you get yourself killed, or worse, expelled.
I know, just, yeah.
I quoted it right.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I was joking. Geneva, if you flip me off one more time.
I think she was flipping me off because I said it wrong.
I feel targeted no matter what, so.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
Okay.
It was just like
Continuing. Shapeshifting.
I don't know.
That's such
I
a
feel like-
broad topic.
Dude, I feel like. Okay, here's the thing. If you shapeshift, do you automatically get the powers of that thing?
Yeah.
Or is you just appear like you then?
So, like, if I shapeshifted into a elf,
Also, do you-
an elf, a mythological creature from, let's say, Lord of the Rings.
Not Buddy the Elf.
I
but
turn,
no.
but in like a myth, in a mythological
Yeah.
way. I all of a sudden got the agility and the eyesight and like immortality of an elf.
Well, or because like the word shapeshifting is so misleading because it's just like your shape that's shifting. So like
Exactly.
it
Are you
could
actually
possibly
turning
be
into
that it's
anything?
just your physical
Also-
appearance that changes.
Also, if you turn into an animal, is your intellect is the same? Do you still have like the same amount of human intellect as you did before, or are you just a dumb whale?
Whales aren't dumb. How dare you? I don't know why I
No,
laughed
but
at that.
like,
I did a Will
do you
Smith.
have the human capacity in your brain noggin, or are you just
Brain noggin.
an animal who is an animal?
Dang it! Now I'm thinking really hard about this. So
it is
let's just say
philosophy
in this scenario, when you shapeshift, you take their powers and their body, but you have your own mind.
Okay, cool.
So I feel like that's cheating though.
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah.
So, like, are we saying that you switch minds, but then you completely lose sight of yourself?
Yeah, exactly. And then you wouldn't even realize that you could
shapeshift.
Yeah.
So it's essentially like a one-way ticket,
Seriously.
and then you yourself cease to
Okay, you
exist.
keep your brain, but like the rest of your body, just like.
So then you don't get their powers.
So you don't get their powers, yeah.
Well, it depends on powers. If it's maybe like magical skills or something like that, then no. But if it's like a whale's ability to swim,
Yeah.
That's not a power.
or like Wildcrat's creature powers type stuff,
Wildcat.
you keep that kind of thing.
I just had a really weird thought.
But no,
so,
you
like-
don't get any of its like skills or
So, okay,
abilities.
wait.
But you do get its like physical.
Guys, we
Wait a
have
second.
3 minutes
Let's
left.
just say
Wait, what?
you're black and you shapeshift as somebody who's white.
Okay.
Where's this going?
Inside, are you still that race? Like, because if it's just
No, 'cause
the,
you-
but if
you
it's
have
just the
your own
physical appearance
conscience.
that changes, like no, like I'm talking about like in your DNA, you're programmed to have a pigment, right?
Oh.
So does your DNA change? Like inside, do you still have that
You
DNA
still
pigment?
Well, that depends on how your
That's
shapeshifting
your
works.
genes from your parents. So would you still be of that family tree?
Exactly, but then if it's just your appearance that's
So-
changing, then you could have your genes screwed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you were like changed into like a fox or something, would you still be like
Human
human
DNA.
DNA?
Exactly. So then this is man.
Dude,
Okay.
this is getting way more like, dude, we only have 2 minutes left.
Wow. Okay, should we just end it here then?
No, this is interesting.
We gotta keep going,
How-
Tim.
Okay.
Let's go to 32 minutes. We'll go to 32 minutes. All
Because
right?
we need to figure this out.
Seriously.
I love my weird analogy for that though. It's like, let's just say you're black.
And then you shapeshift into someone that's white.
I mean,
Does your DNA genetically change?
Well, because like also there's like the gender chromosome. So if you have an X and a Y chromosome and you're a boy and you shapeshift into somebody who's a girl, do you lose that Y chromosome and all of the genetics that it holds?
I think well, if you keep your brain, I think you just like change the DNA in your cells, except for those in your brain.
But if you keep
And they
your
change it
brain
back.
and the DNA in your brain stays the same, what about the DNA in the rest of your body?
That
What if you
changes.
had
It's just
like
So then you have
hemophilia?
mismatching
Okay.
DNA.
So I would like to point out the fact that we're talking about shapeshifting, which is impossible and doesn't exist. So we don't really need to.
But
you
these
do
are
it?
questions.
So let's say like you have hemophilia, which you get from X chromosome.
yeah.
And say it's in like that second X chromosome.
Yeah.
And you then shapeshift into a dude, and you get that X chromosome replaced by a Y chromosome. You no longer have hemophilia.
Or could you get hemophilia?
Going the opposite way.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think yes, but both ways yes, but it would change back when you go back.
But
I
what
feel like that's just cheating life.
Yeah. But,
Okay,
isn't
here's another thing, though.
shapeshifting literally just
Could
taking
you
on who you
shapeshift
are?
into immortality?
Damn.
Once your body gets old, once your body gets old and is like breaking down, you shapeshift into a new body,
Yeah.
and then you can just live forever. See, like in the
Let's
movies
say
and stuff,
our
they never talk
shapeshifting-
about this aspect of like shapeshifting. It's always just like,
Wait,
oh,
wait,
they can shapeshift.
let's use the X-Men for example. Actually,
Okay.
let's use the X-Men. So the girl,
Uh-huh.
my brain just broke. It like glitched. The girl who can shapeshift. I forget her name. The sister of Xavier. She, when she would shapeshift into a regular human being to keep herself a secret, her blood would still be green.
Okay, so then we're talking about just the physical appearance
So,
changing, and the DNA and the genetics
under
remaining
those
the same.
circumstances, the genetics change the same, and it's literally only.
So then you could.
And so also
yeah.
with Polyjuice Potion,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah, 'cause
just
it would be
physical
all-
appearance.
It's just like the voices stay the same, the eyesight stays the same, all of that's coded, and all the stuff that's like.
But I think the
Wait,
voices
no.
changed.
No, the
The
voices don't
voices-
change. They have
Oh,
to
yeah,
change
no,
their
yeah.
voices. Here's another thing though, eyesight. When Harry
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 was
shapeshifted,
still
he
blind.
still needed his glasses.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, was it?
So it's literally just changing the appearance of things.
Yeah.
So it's literally the same as like illusion or like
Illusionment.
A
Does that
costume.
mean, let's say that you had scales, and you were shapeshifting, and somebody touched your leg? Could they feel your scales? If it's just the way
Oh
you
my
appear to others.
Gosh.
Because now we're just talking about the way that people perceive us. Like, if our physical appearance changes to others, does that necessarily mean that our appearance actually changes?
huh.
No.
It doesn't. It just means that people don't see us that way. Holy crap! Okay, we're also running out of time.
Yeah, I mean, I said 32 minutes. We're at 32 minutes, basically.
Okay. Well,
All
this
right,
is going to
guys.
keep me up tonight.
So, in conclusion, water is not wet.
Shape
You could
shifting.
be in a world where you could be anything. Be yourself.
Be yourself. Yeah, that's true.
That's amazing.
The only way that will work will be being yourself.
And
Frogs
then-
and dragons tie.
Yeah, Fox and Dragons
Okay,
tie.
and then our closing thing, and I want to say the last bit.
Go ahead. Oh. You
Oh,
want-
okay.
All right. Earth.
Humanity.
Questions.
French fries.
The letter Q.
Your mom.
And with that, folks, is the second episode of Philosophical Squirrels.
Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next week.